When an injury first occurs, this is when you should use ice. Ice is used in order to constrict the blood vessels. So what happens is you have an injury site and your body's first response is to heal that injury site. So by doing that, it sends blood to the area, which creates inflammation, which has the properties inside it in order to heal that injury. What ice does, it stops a lot of the blood going to the area so that there's not too much of an inflammation build-up. Inflammation is ultimately what will cause your pain in the area, which causes also the swelling, and the blood rushing to the area will cause bruising. So ice will help to decrease the inflammation and decrease the bruising, and therefore decrease the amount of pain and also the healing time. Inflammation is the body's natural healing process. So within inflammation there are some good properties. So there's plasma, which helps to cover up an injured site, so a tear of some sort. But then there are also some bad byproducts of that, and that's what we want to reduce in the injury site. Really good for an injury that's been around for a long time. Heat is usually used on muscular injuries, so where the muscle has stayed tight and contracted and hasn't been able to release. What the theory is behind the heat is that heat helps to open up or dilate the blood vessels. This allows more blood flow into the muscles, which then helps those muscles to relax and come out of its contracted state. So if, for example, you had a muscle spasm and you put ice on that, that would probably make the muscle stay in that spasmed and contracted state. However, as we said, putting heat on that would open it up and allow it to relax. And vice versa, if you put heat on a new trauma injury, for example, something that's bruising, that's going to make more blood come to the area by opening up the blood vessels, and that could cause extra bruising and extra inflammation in the area, which means that that injury might take longer to heal. So on a new injury, the first thing you should do is apply ice. This should usually be done by using an ice pack, or if you don't have an ice pack, the old bag of peas will do. What you should do is you should wrap this in a tea towel or some kind of cloth. Never apply ice directly onto the skin. You can end up with an ice burn on the skin. Ice should only be applied for 5, maximum 10 minutes to an area because it can create ice burning. If you need to apply heat, heat can be applied in a few different ways. There's the traditional hot water bottle or wheat bags that are now available, or you can use a heat rub such as Denka Rub, which has heat in it, and that may last a little bit longer as it seeps into the skin and into the bloodstream.